The 2026 firearm market just hit a structural breaking point, and for the first time in nearly a decade, the advantage has shifted entirely to the buyer. After years of record-breaking production runs and panic buying cycles, we are witnessing a perfect storm of massive oversupply meeting a cooling domestic demand. Retailers are currently sitting on mountains of dead inventory from the 2024 peak, and they are slashing prices to maintain liquidity. This isn't just a minor discount, we're seeing a full-scale market correction. This is a breakdown of 10 rifles that are proven, reliable, and currently crashing to prices we haven't seen in 5 years. Watch every point to understand why these specific serial numbers are hitting the floor. Subscribe now to keep your edge as the market shifts. Let's get into it. Number 10. The Rossi RS-22. In the early months of 2026, the Rossi RS-22 has emerged as the undisputed king of the handout and cash strategy. While high-end platforms are struggling with parts availability, this modernized version of the Mossberg 072 is flooding the market at a price point that is frankly hard to believe. We're seeing these units move brand new for as low as $170. For the price of a mid-tier handgun, you're getting a semi-automatic 22 LR with fiber optic sights and a lightweight blowback action that just works. From a tactical perspective, the RS-22 isn't your primary defensive arm, it's your redundancy. It's the rifle you buy in pairs or trios to cache in secondary locations or to arm an auxiliary group when resources get thin. The 22 LR caliber remains one of the few rounds that stayed accessible during the recent metal tariffs, making the RS-22 a hedge against the rising cost of centerfire training. It's light, it's surprisingly accurate, and at sub-$200, it is the most cost-effective way to put a functional long gun into someone's hands today. But if you need real centerfire reach without the custom shop price tag, the next rifle on our list just hit a value low that is making precision shooters do a double take. Number 9. The Savage Axis II. The Savage Axis II is the rifle that proved you don't need to spend 4 figures to achieve sub-MOA accuracy. In the 2026 market, this platform has undergone a massive price correction. While the MSRP sits over $500, street prices have crashed into the $399 range for common calibers like .223 and .308. The secret sauce here is the legendary AccuTrigger. This is a user-adjustable system that provides a clean, match-grade break right out of the box, a feature that gunsmiths usually charge $150 to $200 to replicate on other budget guns. Savage also redesigned the bolt handle for this generation, adding a medium-sized hexagonal knob that makes cycling the action with gloved hands much faster and more reliable. In an era where match grade usually means expensive, the Axis II is a precision tool for the masses. Whether you're hunting for food or maintaining area defense, the Axis II offers verified reliability less than the cost of a high-end optic. Drop a comment below. Are you already running an Axis II, or are you still waiting for the perfect precision build? Let us know what you think of that AccuTrigger. Now, coming up next is a rifle that carries a famous name from the past, built on the bedding system that reset the industry standard.
Number 8. Ruger American Rifle and the Glenfield Model A. The release of the Ruger American Gen 2 sent shockwaves through the market, but it did something even better for preppers. It absolutely killed the price of the original patterns. This includes the sleeper hit of 2026, the Glenfield Model A. For those who don't know, when Ruger acquired Marlin, they revived the Glenfield brand to offer a slightly enhanced version of the original Ruger American action. At a 2026 retail price of just $499, the Glenfield Model A is built around Ruger's patented power bedding system. This uses integral steel bedding blocks to lock the receiver in place, allowing the cold hammer-forged barrel to remain completely free-floated. In independent testing, these rifles are consistently printing .78-inch groups at 100 yards with factory loads. For the preparedness professional, this is the foundation rifle. It's lightweight at 6.3 pounds, it's threaded for a suppressor, and it comes with a Picatinny rail already installed. It's a buy-it-and-bury-it asset that performs like a professional-tier precision rig. But if you're planning on running suppressed as your primary mode of operation, you're going to want to see the next rifle. It's made by a company known for shotguns, but it ships with a factory feature that most competitors charge an $80 premium for. Number 7. The Mossberg Patriot Carbine. The Mossberg Patriot is perhaps the most unfairly dismissed bolt gun on the 2026 market, and that brand bias is creating a massive financial opportunity for you. Most buyers look at the Mossberg name and think shotguns, completely ignoring a rifle platform that goes toe-to-toe with the Savage Axis and Ruger American in every meaningful accuracy metric. Because of this lack of precision pedigree hype, retailers are finding these hard to move, with used prices landing between $250 and $280. That is a $110 drop from the supply crunch peaks of 2024. For the preparedness-minded buyer, the Patriot Carbine offers one specific feature that usually costs an $80 premium on competing budget guns: a factory-threaded muzzle. Most models ship suppressor-ready right out of the box, with barrel lengths as short as 16 inches. This makes it the premier choice for low-profile area defense or suppressed hunting. Mechanically, the Patriot features a fluted bolt for weight reduction and smoother cycling in dusty conditions, alongside an adjustable LBA trigger. In .300 Winchester Magnum, this budget rifle is reliably reaching out to 500 yards with standard factory loads. If you are planning on integrating a suppressor into your long-term setup, the built-in savings on threading alone make the Patriot Carbine a strategic steal at 2026 street prices. But sometimes reliability isn't about how many features you can add, it's about how many points of failure you can remove. The next rifle on our list is a one-shot solution that has become a cult favorite for minimalist bug-out kits. Number 6. The CVA Scout Takedown. In a market dominated by high-capacity semi-autos, the CVA Scout Takedown is often overlooked by the average buyer, which is exactly why it remains one of the best value holds for 2026. As a single-shot break-action rifle, its mechanical simplicity is its greatest survival asset. There are no magazines to lose, no gas systems to clog, and no complex bolt lug timing to worry about. It's a bulletproof stainless steel heavy hitter that retails for around $530, but its utility in an SHTF scenario is worth significantly more. The Takedown designation isn't just marketing fluff. This rifle splits into two halves in seconds via a lever under the forend, allowing it to disappear into a standard backpack or vehicle storage without losing the zero on your optic. For preppers operating in restricted jurisdictions, or those who need a compact truck gun in powerful straight wall calibers like 45-70 Government or 35 Wheelin', this is the definitive answer. It even ships with a factory muzzle brake and a Picatinny rail as standard equipment. It's an all-conditions tool designed for meat procurement and hard-hitting defense when portability is non-negotiable. Here is a question for the comments. In a true survival situation, would you trust a single-shot rifle if it meant 100% mechanical reliability, or do you feel a semi-auto is a requirement? Be honest below. Now moving from the simplest action to what many researchers consider the best engineered bolt action you've never heard of.
Number 5. The Howa 1500. The Howa 1500 is the industry's best-kept secret, primarily because American buyers tend to reach for American brand names first. This brand gap is the only reason a rifle this sophisticated is sitting at 2026 used prices of $290 to $330. Made in Japan with extreme attention to detail, the Howa 1500 is fundamentally superior to almost every other budget bolt gun on the shelf. While others use polymer bedding or thin receivers to save cost, Howa uses a robust push-feed action with a massive M16-style extractor and a 3-position safety that actually locks the bolt handle. Technically, the 1500 performs like a $900 precision rig. It comes standard with a 2-stage match-grade trigger and a cold hammer-forged barrel that carries a sub-MOA guarantee. Most models feature a Hogue overmold stock, which is pillar-bedded and rubberized to provide a superior grip in wet or freezing conditions, a critical factor for anyone training in the field. Because the bolt dimensions align with common aftermarket specifications, the 1500 is also a builder's dream, offering a massive upgrade path into chassis systems later on. In 6.5 Creedmoor or .308, the Howa 1500 is the professional-grade precision tool that accidentally ended up with a budget price tag because of a label nobody recognizes. We've covered the heavy-hitting bolt actions, but we're about to shift gears. The next section of our list enters the world of the semi-automatic infrastructure of preparation, the rifles that form the backbone of American neighborhood defense. Number 4. Palmetto State Armory, PSA PA15. The PSA PA15 is the primary reason the American AR-15 market remains accessible to the average buyer in 2026. While other manufacturers have tried to pivot toward high-end, niche products to maintain margins, Palmetto State Armory has doubled down on being the infrastructure of preparation. They have built a production machine of such massive volume that they've effectively pulled the price of every other budget AR down with them. In the current 2026 climate, complete PA-15 rifles are sitting at $280 to $320. To put that in perspective, during the 2022 supply crunch, you would have paid $400 for the same rifle and waited months for delivery. Technically, the PA-15 is a working rifle. It features a 4150 steel nitrided barrel and standard mil-spec controls. Critics will tell you it rattles like a baby toy, and they aren't entirely wrong. There is often significant play between the upper and lower receivers. However, from a survival standpoint, the PA-15 is intentionally overgassed. While this increases felt recoil and parts wear, it ensures the rifle cycles reliably with the crap tier or steel-cased ammunition that often becomes the only available supply during economic instability. It is a high-volume, reliable asset designed to arm a population at the lowest honest price in America. Here's your engagement check. Have you ever run a budget AR that outperformed your high-end duty rifles, or did it fail you when you pushed it? Share your meltdown stories in the comments below. Now, if you want the same AR platform, but you demand a name with 170 years of history and a specific internal coating that the budget builds usually skip, you need to see number 3. Number 3. Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 2. The M&P 15 Sport 2 has spent years as the most trusted entry-level AR-15 on the market, but the introduction of the Sport 3 has caused a massive value collapse for the older Sport 2s. In 2026, we're seeing used examples landing at $320 to $350, a price point that was unthinkable just 3 years ago. What separates the Sport 2 from the ultra-budget category is institutional accountability and a few key technical details. Unlike many parts bin builds, the Sport 2 utilizes a chrome-lined bolt carrier group. Based on military specification durability testing, chrome lining can extend the service life of that component by 50 to 60% compared to uncoated alternatives. It also tolerates less frequent maintenance, which is a critical advantage if you're in a field situation without access to proper cleaning kits. The barrel is finished in rust-resistant Armonite, and the rifle is backed by a lifetime service policy that Smith & Wesson has consistently honored for decades. For a prepper, the Sport 2 is the ultimate buy-it-and-bury-it rifle. It lacks modern M-lock handguards, but its track record for running even after the gas system has been functionally abused makes it a formidable defensive tool. But maybe you don't want an AR-15. Maybe you need something that can disappear into a backpack, weighs less than 5 pounds, and uses a gas system that runs cooler than any direct impingement rifle.
Number 2. Kel-Tec SU-16.
The Kel-Tec SU-16 is the Swiss Army knife of the 5.56 world. While the market is saturated with tactical ARs, the SU-16 has been quietly dropping in price, with used models now landing as low as $240 to $280. This is a sport utility rifle, designed specifically for the needs of survivalists and hikers who value portability over tactical aesthetics. The SU-16's defining feature is its ability to fold completely flat, reaching a folded length of approximately 24 to 25 inches. It is one of the few folding 5.56 rifles that accept standard AR-15 magazines, ensuring you have logistical compatibility with the most common magazine pattern in the country. Mechanically, it uses a long-stroke gas piston system, similar to an AK-47 or M1 Garand, which keeps carbon fouling away from the bolt and chamber, allowing it to stay cleaner for longer maintenance cycles. Weighing in at just 4.5 to 5 pounds unloaded, it reduces carry fatigue significantly for anyone moving on foot. It's a dedicated go-bag rifle that disappears when you don't need it, but performs with full-length rifle ballistics when you do. We have reached the end of the list, but the number one spot is the biggest value surprise in the 2026 market. It is a precision bolt action that carries a written accuracy guarantee and a bolt throw so fast it's changing how people think about budget long guns. Number 1. CZ600 Alpha. The CZ600 Alpha is the biggest buy recommendation for 2026 because it represents a high-performance precision rifle that has suffered an identity crisis. Following an early recall regarding its barrel swap system, CZ permanently bonded the barrels and adjusted the pricing, and the market responded with a massive correction. In 2026, street prices have fallen as low as $575 for a rifle that outperforms competitors costing twice as much. The Alpha is a tack driver by design. It features a cold hammer forged barrel and a 60-degree bolt throw, which is significantly faster and smoother than the standard 90-degree lift found on most budget rifles. This short throw allows for massive clearance between your hand and your optic, facilitating lightning-fast follow-up shots. It also utilizes a unique hybrid controlled round feed system and a nitrided finish for extreme abrasion and corrosion resistance. The trigger is another standout. It's user-adjustable to 4 different weights: 1.4, 2, 2.5, and 3.1 pounds, without requiring you to remove the stock. For a prepper who needs a one-rifle solution capable of precision area defense or long-range hunting, the CZ600 Alpha is the most technologically advanced option available at this price point. It's what happens when a premium European manufacturer meets a lopsided American market, and in 2026, the winner is the buyer who recognizes the value before the window closes. That is 10 rifles and 10 real-world opportunities sitting in the current market right now. These prices are a product of a unique economic moment, and as inventories normalize, they will climb back up. If any of these made your shortlist, drop the model name in the comments. Subscribe to Weaponology if you want the next breakdown before the market shifts again. Share this with one person who is still waiting for a deal. The wait is over. See you on the next one. That's the full breakdown. 10 rifles that define the 2026 market reset and represent a generational window for anyone serious about their defensive infrastructure. Weaponology is here to make sure you stay ahead of the curve. If this breakdown helped you identify a gap in your own inventory, hit that like button and share this with one person who needs to see these numbers. Drop a comment below. Are you going for the precision of the CZ600 Alpha or the folding utility of the SU-16? We read every single one. Subscribe so you never miss a market breakdown or a tactical technical review. The best time to prepare was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Stay safe, stay sharp, and we'll see you on the next one.